320 expansion. Section 506. Criminal investigation with a section of IPC is applicable. Section 506 IPC states the provision of a punishment for committing the offence. Provision of a punishment committing the offence of criminal intimidation. It states that whoever commits the offence of criminal intimidation shall be punished with imprisonment of either discretion for a term which may extend 2 years with the fine to 2 years or with the fine or with both. So the provision of punishment for committing the offence of criminal intimidation states that whoever commits the offence of criminal intimidation shall be punished with imprisonment of either discretions for a term which may extend to 2 years or with fine or with both. Which of the following is an innovative form of alternative dispute resolution mechanism? India Lok Adalat. Which of the following is an innovative form of alternative dispute resolution mechanism? Lok Adalat. Which of the following is not a legal guardian of the property of a Muslim minor? Brother. Muslim minor. Brother. Father. Executor appointed by father. Grandfather. Brother. Muslim law recognizes following kind of guardianships: testamentary guardian, guardian appointed by the courts, and statutory guardian, de facto guardian, natural or legal guardian, the natural guardian of the minor in order priority, father, executor of the father, paternal grandfather, the executor of paternal grandfather, paternal grandfathers. Who is the garnishee? Garnishee is a third party who is instructed by way of a legal notice to surrender money to settle a debt or claim. A third party who is instructed by way of a legal notice to surrender money to settle a debt or claim. Under Section 18 of the Land Acquisition Act 1894, which of the following officers was empowered to refer to the matter to the court? Land Acquisition Act 1894. The collector. Collector officer होता है. Which of the following officers is empowered? Explanation of the Land Acquisition Act 1894 provides that the person interested who has not accepted the award may be written application to save country contest elections, to destroy dictatorships, every students and common persons farmer contest elections, otherwise Section 18 of the Land Acquisition Act 1894 provides that any person interested who has not accepted the award may be written application to the collector. Required that the matter be referred by the collector for the determination of the court. Whether his objection to be a measurement of the land, the amount of the compensation, the person to whom it is payable, or the appointment of a compensation among the persons interested. 24 provides that any person interested who has not accepted the award may be written application to the collector. Required that the matter be referred by the collector. Determination of the court. Collector. For specific performance of the collector, contract suit is to be instituted in 3 years. Article 54 of the Limitation Act 1963 provides that the limitation period for specific performance of a contract is 3 years. The time begins to run from the date fixed for the performance, or if no such date is fixed, when the plaintiff has noticed that performance is refused. Article 54 of the Constitutional Limitation Act 1963 provides that limitation period for the specific performance of a contract is 3 years. 3 years. Contract Act. Section 10 of CPC provides. Section 10 of CPC provides stay of the suit. CPC, Civil Procedure Code. Stay of the suit. A marriage with a woman before completion of her iddat. Irregular marriage. Iddat से पहले. Permanent account number. PAN is defined under Income Tax Act 1961. Article 54 of the 1963 provides that limitation period of the specific performance of a contract is 3 years. The time begins to run from the date fixed for the performance. Such date is fixed when the plaintiff has noticed that performance is refused. In Islamic law, a divorced woman has to wait during iddat period for about 3 months before she can remarry. Any marriage performed by the Muslim woman during the iddat period is an irregular marriage and not a void marriage. To wait during the iddat period for about 3 months before she can remarry. Any marriage performed by a Muslim woman during the iddat period is irregular marriage, not a void or batil marriage. No. Section 10 of CPC provides. Stay the suit. Who is prevented from being testified under Section 180 of Indian Evidence Act? Who is prevented from being testified under Section 180 of prevented from being testified under Section 118 of Indian Evidence Act? A lunatic who cannot understand the questions put to him. Extreme old age person who cannot give rational answer to the question. A tender age person who cannot give rational answer to the question. A lunatic who cannot understand the question, who is prevented from being testified under Section 180 of Indian Evidence Act. Who is prevented from being testified. A tender age person who cannot give rational answers to the question. From being testified, Evidence Act. A lunatic person, extreme old age person, a tender age person who cannot give rational answers. Supreme Court decided in S.R. Bommai versus Union of India case, leading to the precedent rules in state. S.R. Bommai versus Union of India, AR 1994, Supreme Court of 1918, was the landmark judgment of the Supreme Court of India, wherein the Supreme Court of India discussed at length provision of the Article 356 of the Constitution of India. A related issue, this case had a huge impact on inter-state relations. The judgment attempted to curb The blatant misuse of Article 386 of the Constitution of India, which allowed President rule to be imposed over state government. President rule should impose state government. Recovery of a specific immovable property is defined. Specific immovable property. Section 5 of Specific Relief Act. Recovery of specific immovable property is defined.